It's just that the physical body that we've been operating in has been under the auspices of this recessive creature who has been living as a parasite off of us. That's why you've been looking at all these movies coming on that have to do with vampires. He is letting you know that he is the vampire. He is the parasite. He is the second order entity. This is his life. This is who he is. This is who he has been fascinated with. He wants us fascinated with it. So I tell the brothers and sisters to make sure you're conserving your energy, because everything is going to be trying to raise your fear signatures to exhaust your what I call ectoplasmic plasma. Your ectoplasmic plasma or blood is what you bleed when you go through traumatic fear signatures. You bleed, they feed, but they feed on a whole other level. That's why they like war. War causes fear. Fear causes a bleeding on the ectoplasmic level, plus a bleeding on the physiological level, and they're feeding at both ends. So to open up and enhance the first eye and all of your Kundalini blood energies, and I'm glad that we'll be getting to see that we're trapped. My whole thing right now is, and what I'm putting into my book, the Cosmic Codex, is that we are now operating within a specific paradigm, consciousness paradigm, that has been pulled over our eyes, like the Matrix has said, but it is based upon the phylogenetic mutational concepts of the European. Phylogenetic meaning the genetic tribal consciousness of the European, who has essentially projected his recessive energies upon us, in which we have adopted almost to a point of infection. And my thing is to help people to understand that we have to disengage from the matter-of-fact reality that we are constantly in, that we are presently in, and watch how we are using our defensive energies, because that's what they want us to do. They want us defending ourselves against certain illusory situations that keep us distracted, that keep our Kundalini as well as resurrective and redemptive energies distracted. Certain types of what I call psycho-spiritual skirmishes. Watch out how you manifest as well as trajectory, or the trajectory to your magic, because they're having you shooting at phantoms. Trick is conservatism at this point, to conserve your energies. Make sure that they're not randomly used in forms of rituals, not rituals that have to do with enhancement, but rituals that have to do with the exhaustion of your vital forces, the one that you're going to need to make that transition. At this point, everyone has some very low blood signature energies based upon how they've been kicking these chemtrails, as well as the poisons that they're putting into the food, the very kinds of adverse signatures, electromagnetic signatures that they're coming across with on the television, in your light field, in your your cell phones, your computer screens. Everything is about attenuating your blood song, the blood signature energies that are going to necessarily have to be vibrating at certain levels for us to make that transition. Not only make the transition, but also to make it with a conscious awareness of the transition happening. A lot of us are going to be unconscious to that transitioning, and our bodies are going to be feeling it as a traumatic event. So I'm asking that within the next 2 years, this year alone, there's going to be a lot more sightings, a lot more revelations. I think about 8 years ago, in a couple of my lectures, I've been saying that they're going to be finding new planets. As we move, the entire solar system begins to move into a whole new environment around this carousel that is circling the central sun of Alcyon, or what they call the Hunab Ku. We are going to be meeting up with neighbors that our ancestors have been meeting for the last 64.3 billion years.